I'm going to spin around anyway. I'm just going to spin around.
Spinning around. The professionalism of this man knows no bounds. Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to another exciting instalment of Paul Drew's Absolutely Knackered, and he's going to drag himself through this, kicking and screaming, also known as the Studio Rats Q&A Live. Tonight is number 233. My name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew. Very tired, Paul Drew. Not feeling that room.
Very tired, Paul. Whoa.
Very tired.
You are all very welcome to our weekly takeover of the interwebs. The room is filling up nicely. As ever, it's a good way to start with those traditional words. Mr. Drew, what have you been up to?
Oh well, yesterday I was over at Anderton's doing some filming with Lee and Pete.
Shopping?
No. Do you know what? I've actually got a bit of money in my pocket.
Ooh.
Because I sold some bits.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like considering I was going to I'll have a look around their second-hand section. Didn't have a chance. Didn't have a chance. So yes, we shot a video on what sounds the best out of an amp, ToneX, Kemper, Nano Cortex, Headrush.
The thing the thing
yeah, and HX and the HX Stomp. It's really interesting, and I won't give it away what won, but
I'd
really
yeah. They've all got their pros and cons. I think that's the honest answer, isn't it?
Yeah, but a clear winner as far as I'm
concerned.
Right.
Well,
everyone was concerned.
With Danish Pete and the captain, or
so the captain. Pete was doing the audio for it.
Right.
So he was looking after the audio for it.
Cool.
Yes.
And how about your weekend? Busy?
Yes. Oh God, yeah. That's another reason why I'm knackered. I'm wondering why I'm so knackered. And this is
actually doing 2 days work a week, mate.
Yeah. At the weekend, I was over at Headstock. Headstock are the distribution company for Laney and Ibanez in the UK, as well and Tama.
Yeah.
And had a really nice time. So we were filming content for the new Ibanez gear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in the news actually, but really, really impressive. Really impressive. So I'm hoping if I can get myself to do it, I'm gonna try and have a video out tomorrow or Friday about the new AZ standard, which is I'll talk about it later on in the news because it's in the news.
Nice.
What about yourself?
Busy week as always. Lots of content going out, which is good. Lots of Atmos-y type stuff going on. Lots more Atmos learning from my point of view. These arrived yesterday. This is very exciting. This is the USB version of the Voyage Audio spatial mic. In there's 8 capsules, so you can do ambisonic or basically Atmos recording in a single microphone.
Nice.
Very, very cool.
Some clever shies, that is.
Some seriously clever stuff going on in these. Yeah. When I'm making videos, I don't want them to be. They've got to be a little bit nerdy because it's quite a nerdy thing, but it's got to be also a bit rock and roll. There's got to be. It's about how they sound rather than how to dial in the 17th third order ambisonic. What's it? I know there's no
nerdy. You love that nerdy shit.
Yeah, there's nerdy and there's really nerdy.
Yeah,
but it's good. Loads more packs going out for Headrush and for Kemper. I'm busy trying to knock 2 packs a day out for them at the minute.
Oof, well done.
There's a back catalogue of amps to work my way through. So, that seems to all be going in the right direction. Lots of learning, lots of chatting, lots of getting ready for the onslaught of the senses that is next week.
Yeah. When do you leave? What day do you leave?
Tuesday afternoon.
Nice.
But busy up until then. Monday's my birthday, so it's all trying to get everything fitted in and keep everyone happy and Greg's off to Ireland for me this weekend, doing a cheer gig that I would have normally been doing had I not been going to the colonies 2 days later.
Is Greg to be trusted over in Ireland with the amount of booze that's over there?
Yeah, to be fair, compared to some of the guys on cheer, Greg's teetotal. But yeah, busy week, lots going on, trying to keep myself out of trouble, lots of learning, and I like learning. Learning's good.
Nice.
So yeah, should we dive into the week's activitar?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Ain't no stopping us now, as they say. Here we go.
Keith says, "Evening, gents. Going to miss this evening. Currently hanging around a dark graveyard. Whatever you're into.
Yeah, to each their own.
It's a word for that, isn't there? Necro something. Nabs.
You'll get a shut down for that sort of thing.
No, yeah. Nabs. Evening, rats. We're still enjoying 20 degrees weather and sunshine. Nice. And waiting for rain and snow since before Christmas. Weird weather for the winter season this year. Where are you, Nabs? Oh, you're over in Beirut. I thought it was in Beirut. Is that Nabs? Maybe I think it's someone else.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Wow. Well, anyway.
Could be, yeah.
Dave. Good. Hello, Dave. Go and check out Dave's fabulous.
You can't say Dave without going, hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave. There we go. That's what Dave makes. Dave makes these wonderful plectrums. The Highland Plectrum Company, available on Reverb. They are awesome, made out of coins.
They're lovely.
Dave says, "Good evening, all. Hope all is well. Really enjoyed the guitar lesson video, Paul. Looking forward to more." Oh, cheers, mate. Do you know what? I messed up. Do you know what? On that video, going back, it just shows you what what can happen over time with YouTube. About 3 years ago,
you put a similar video out.
More or less the same video out.
I
don't know if it's as involved as that one, but it was the same sort of subject anyway. But anyway, ignore that, everyone.
No one will notice.
No one will notice. Thomas, good afternoon, all. Just watched the video for the ToneX cab. Would this be good for the Fender ToneMaster Pro? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it would be. It'd be good for ToneMaster Pro. It's good for any modeler.
Yeah.
Even better. I mean, I don't know.
Not necessarily a modeler, an effects platform. It doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's got because you can load IRs into it, or you will be able to load IRs into it. It's going to be. Yeah, even if you've got something like one of those little floorboard, like crazy tube circuits where he makes the amp in a box type thing with a drive pedal, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I'd be grateful for that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
but any sort of modeling device. Dave, evening all. Mint video on the ToneX FR, Paul. Cheers, Dave.
Yeah, you said in about 8 minutes what some others said in quite a lot longer. Well,
the thing is, everyone's got short attention spans. We haven't got time.
There's a dog in here.
Huh?
There's a dog in here.
Exactly. Yeah. Squirrel. But yeah, it's you don't need half an hour video.
And also, when all said and done, it's a speaker with an amp in it.
That's it. You can't really, and it's quite hard to visually hear it, isn't it? Because it's not like a guitar amp. It's not miking up a guitar amp. You don't mic this up in the same way. It's like a room mic and stuff. You have to sort of emulate what you're hearing.
What you need is one of them for that
That's
sort
exactly
of thing.
what you need is one of them. That's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
But yes, it's here. Hold on.
Is it heavy? Oh, it's not as big as I thought.
No, it's the size of a. It's about this. It's
Blues
about
Junior.
Huh?
Blues Junior?
No, deluxe.
Deluxe.
Yeah, like a what's the cheaper deluxe?
Yeah, that one. I know the one you mean.
You know the one I mean.
The one that every function guitarist gigs with.
Exactly. But yeah, it weighs about 12 kilos. It's got these legs tilting back on it.
They're very Fender twin, aren't they? Those they look great.
Yeah, they do.
Very
Fender Vibroverb, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
used to have them. But yeah, it's really good. It sounds really good. I was really impressed really impressed with the sound of
Sounded
it.
great with the TWS captures.
Yeah, TWS amps. Mario makes awesome amps.
He sure does.
Yes.
Here we go.
Chris, what are you fellas picking up from the Jeff Beck collection? Have you
A divorce if I was to buy anything from there. Sorry,
Have you seen?
Mrs.
Oh, look at that, Dave. Look at that. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, is brown. What's the brown Les Paul called? It's called something, isn't it?
Brownie.
Well, we call it Brownie. Yeah, it's painted brown Les Paul. Isn't that expected to go for like 500 grand or something?
I'm going to say something I don't normally say out loud.
Oh no! Oh, you're not going to.
With a room full of guitarists.
Oh Jesus! I know what you're going to say. Why have you got to say this?
I'm not going to say it then, but I'm not. I'm not a huge.
Oh, Jeff Beck's classic. He's just like
he's one of those guitar players where he can play one note. It's like Brian May. You know exactly who it is from one note.
It's what he does with the note. Is that's the brilliant thing about Jeff Beck. He's you instantly know it's him, or you knew it was him, and it's what he does with the tremolo arm and the different pitches. It's really amazing.
And all this,
I apologise everyone for James's.
And all this from the man who brought you Hi Ho Silver Lining. Just remember.
Yeah, but that's what kept him. That's what kept him being able to do what he can.
Exactly. For the last gazillion years, exactly.
Not any money from playing obscure rock stuff, is it?
And he has brought us fabulous musicians like Tal Welkenfeld and Jason Ribello, and when on tour with and Vinny on drums. That's not a bad quartet, is it?
It's good sound that. Gaza, he says, hello everybody. Hello Gary. Anthony's in the house. Evening all. Evening Anthony.
All right.
Jeff, watch the ToneX cab video. I guess I probably won't need to get one anytime soon now that I have 2 Fender FR10s. Nice. And good morning from sunny Brisbane, heading for a cozy 37.
Whew, that is warm.
Yeah, no, you don't need it. The only thing I would say that the thing that I prefer about this is the fact it's a 12-inch speaker.
Yes.
But it's an FR cab. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really have the same sort of thing. I think the Fenders look great. They sound great. I don't think there's any benefit, unless you want to swap IRs and have all the MIDI functionality and the presets and all that sort of stuff. But it's all good.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anton, hi rats and all. Hi Anton. JP, evening all. Evening JP. Gaza says, who else is not buying any Jeff Beck stuff for the auction at Chris's auction house in 7 days because they do not have the money? I don't know who's going to be buying the stuff. It's going to be like, the same guy that bought Gilmore's Strat. It's that.
It'll be someone whose surname is Shake.
I don't even think, no, it's all who's the guy that owns the American Football Company and all that?
Probably.
Baseball, whatever. I don't know where
yeah.
Someone will buy it. JP. Gary says, me, not because I'm skint, because I need to have an auction of my own for having too much stuff. There we go.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah, we all have, haven't we? Sienna 959 says, evening both. Quick question for Paul. I had the chance to acquire a PRS studio at a really good price. Do you still have yours and do you still rate it? If you've moved it on, any particular reason why? Yes. No, I don't have it. Really good sounding guitar. I really like the bridge pickup. And it's funny because I just sold a set of them to Anthony Maplethorpe up top. 5815 LT pickups are magic. You'll love that. The reason that I didn't like the guitar was the middle position, the middle pickup, because it's got a carved top on the PRS. That middle pickup sticks quite high and quite close to the strings. And it's exactly, like if I'm picking, I have to completely change my technique on that guitar more than I would for any other guitar. It's not like a Strat. The Strat, because the Strat's flat.
Yes.
It's fine, but because it's got that carved top on it, I just found it a little bit too. I kept knocking it. I was like, I can't do this.
Okay, cool.
My fault. Other than the guitar's fault.
At this point, before we mention Phil's quote or comment, we should say our prayers, best wishes, hopes, and all that sort of stuff goes out to everyone who is affected in any way, shape, or form by the California wildfires.
Absolutely.
I've seen not just the media footage, but I've seen actual footage from actual people who have lost homes, have lost businesses. I saw one brilliant post by Chris Lord Alge who said he's going to give Bob Clearmountain an SSL,
Nice.
which I thought that, that's the level of commitment we need to get everyone back up and running. So many pro audio companies have said, look, if you've been affected by it, we'll help you out. We'll sort you out. Slate have stepped up. Apogee, obviously, because Bob Clearmountain's wife, Betty, is CEO of Apogee and they've lost their home and the studio. It is heartbreaking on so many levels, not just to count the people who've lost their lives and lost pets and all that sort of stuff. So our hearts and best wishes. And I'm not a praying man, but it's the sort of thing that makes you start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go out. NAMM show is still going ahead. Anaheim is not affected. It's far enough away from the fire zone to not be affected at this time. So NAMM is still going ahead. I'm still flying out on Tuesday, but not looking forward to the flight in.
No.
That's going to feel very strange. I was speaking to Phil, actually, Phil from 40 Watt. And we both said the same thing. The flight in is going to be I think it'll be very quiet. The landing will be very, very quiet.
Are you meeting up with Philip?
Yeah. All planned, and we're going to the Taylor event.
Oh, nice.
On Wednesday night at a hotel it's off campus away from the show, but fortunately it's really close to our hotel.
Oh, nice.
Staggering distance.
You staying in the same hotel as last time?
Yes.
What's it called?
The hang on a second. I can
Garden or something.
It is called the Sonesta.
Oh, maybe that's not where I thought. Okay, all good. Right, nice one. Let's move on.
So yeah, boom.
Phil, hello mate. He says, "Evening rats. Have you seen Tim Pierce's video after he rescued his guitar stock? I think his house was okay in the end. However, yes, I think I did see a bit of that.
I don't think Encino, where Tim is, Tim and various people like Steve Vai, Greg Worth are all in that. They're in the valley on the other side. I don't think that's been affected too badly. It has made it there, but it's not been too bad. Joe Bonamassa, I don't know. I haven't heard what they were moving out truckloads of guitars and amps and stuff.
Oh, they were. They got it out good,
I believe.
I think he's fine as far as I know. Everything was fine, but yes, glad they moved that lot out because that's a museum piece, isn't it?
Yes.
A museum of great guitars.
Yeah.
Pet, hello mate. He says, "Evening, both. Keep those guitar vids coming, Paul. Cheers, Pet." Anton, Paul, great guitar lesson, by the way. I'm expecting the stupid comment of the week will be taken from that video's comments. Good reply from all. Have you done stupid comment of the week?
I haven't yet. I've seen your one. I haven't had time to find it, but I'll just say it because it's hilarious. If you do wish to join us, Nabs, you're absolutely right, Paul. Well remembered.
There we go.
If you do wish to join us, I've put the links in the show. You don't down there in the comments. You do not need to log in that way. Only if you have something that you feel may benefit the community. Benefit the community. Please do feel free to join us as long as you're decent dressed, somewhere quiet-ish.
Half dressed,
as long as from the neck up.
Yeah. Nick, cheers from Anchorage, Alaska, on holiday from New Zealand. Wow, that's a place. God, that's a distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Half a world away, quite literally.
Yeah. Oxblood, cheers, Nebs. It's called the Oxblood.
That's the one.
Nick, wondering your thoughts on the new PRS pickups. Saw a video about them last night. Yeah, I haven't seen the videos on it. I know they brought out the new one. I'm wondering why because the thing about PRS is always, you know, their latest pickup is always the best pickup. It's always like this greatest pickup that will ever be invented,
and then the next,
and then they come up with another one. But for me, PRS should be selling those bloody pickups. I mean, the 5815s is such a great pickup. Why aren't they selling them?
Because they'd stop selling guitar. I don't know.
No. They're not interested in selling pickups. They want their pickups to be on their guitar. Maybe it would affect business. You know, maybe people go, well, I want the pickups. I want the guitar.
Yeah. Who knows?
Nick Torres is Willie just cause. Absolutely. Where is he?
Willie.
Where the hell is Willie?
Early for Willie yet.
It is a bit early for Willie.
He's a grower, not a shower.
He's probably not up. Nick, it seemed like more of the same to me, but maybe there's something I'm missing in those PRS pickups.
Maybe.
I will look at some videos on them. I'm quite interested. I flew to LA a few days ago. It was surreal. All we saw was smoke. LAX is a long way from the fires.
Yes. My mate Steve Genowick is not that far from LAX in the grand scheme of things, and I've been communicating a bit and saying, look, everything okay with you? I said, yeah, we're a long way from it, but you know, fire travels quick. Yeah. Especially in 80-mile-an-hour winds. That's been the problem.
Yeah.
You know, when you think, the daft thing is, you forget that PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, is a dual carriageway in a lot of it. And the fire just jumped across it and wiped out.
Did it? It jumped across the.
Yeah, and all the beachside property has got a road in the way.
Of course it has.
Yeah.
Wow. No, not all of it.
Not all of it is big, but you know, it is a road. The fire's just leapt across the road and gone. It's brutal. And I know there are plenty of people out there who are yes, but it's all the richest people in Los Angeles who have been affected. Yeah, but they've still got homes and pets and kids too.
Yeah, absolutely. Jay, oh, that's nice, Jay. Like your guitar, that's like an ultra there. Do you find the ToneX software to be clunky?
That's got an F hole.
That's it.
That's got an F hole
as well. Oh, it could be the Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Do you find the ToneX software to be clunky with no real-time editing of the pedal? I think, if I'm completely honest, I do think that there's often software issues with IK. But the product is so good that I can see past all of that.
Yes, I'll agree.
There's certain issues that I always get, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what version of software I'm now on, unless you go back a long way. There seems to be the same problem. But as you'll see from the Andertons video when it comes out, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be said for let's face it, Universal Audio, in my opinion, have never dropped the ball with software or drivers or anything like that. Their integration between hardware and software is always excellent.
My console keeps crashing.
Okay, well, I'll take that back. I've never had a problem. Whereas, all right, Native Instruments, for example, their software hardware integration is always excellent. Everyone drops the ball from time to time, in my opinion.
Right. Yep. Yes. Yeah. No. Absolutely. But the product is so good that
you get past it. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't believe it. Nick Torres, I've been using the Katana Live lately. I do enjoy it. But hold on a second. Let's go back to that. No real-time editing of the pedal. Yeah, no, I don't get that. I don't think it's. I think it's one of those things. I think ToneX was initially designed to do something, and then they've gone, oh, hold on, we've got a bit more DSP. Let's bolt something onto it. So they've done a lot with it. They've crammed as much as they could in for something that wasn't designed to do what it was designed to do.
We're not on ToneX 2 yet either, remember, officially.
Sorry?
We're not on ToneX 2 yet. We're on ToneX 1.
I mean, Surely that's got to be one of the biggest selling products of all time. One of those ToneX pedals.
Yeah,
really good. It's really good.
Apparently, there are still a few
white ones
left. Not many.
Oh,
they're in the channel as well. They're they're in stores and out and stuff.
Great.
So.
Nick Torres says, I've been using the Katana Live lately. I do enjoy it, but there's never been a time that I don't feel like, feel that I'm playing something digital, especially with funky chord strumming. Sounds familiar. Nice. Excellent.
Oh,
hold on, but there's never been a time that I don't feel that I'm playing
something digital. It is a feel thing. It is a feel thing. And I'm still not sure I can actually describe it. So I've got the 50-watt Katana Mark III here.
Yeah.
And I've played through it a load of times and gone, this is great.
Yeah.
And then I plug into the Matchless and go, oh,
it's a different beast. It's a different beast.
But it's still a guitar. It's still moving air, and it's still sound.
Yeah. The Katana. Look, yeah, but you're talking about,
Oh no, taking price out of the equation. It's still, you plug it into a thing, and it's making some noise. And yet, I plug into an amp that is, arguably 8-9 times the price, new.
Oh yeah, at least.
And go, oh, now there is the cognitive bias thing. I know this thing is beautiful and got loads of glass in the back, and I go, oh, if we dialed them in and matched them as close as possible, could I tell? I don't know, but without,
you could be plugged into it recording wise. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell, isn't it?
Right. So look, JP says, Paul wanted to ask about the red strap with the tortoise scratch plate. Red strap with the tortoise scratch plate. I've never had a red strap with a tortoise scratch plate, have I? Anyway, used it on the Jam Pedals Pink Flow demo. Could you advise what model it is, please? Give me 2 secs.
The red when you had Hulk and Iron Man, that was red.
Oh, you might be right there. Hold on, let me have a quick look. Sorry, this is not great radio, is it?
Iron Man was a great strat.
Oh, Iron Man was a really good strat. That was up for sale again recently. Hold on, let me have a quick look. Was it Pink Flow, wasn't it? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Pink Flow. Let's have a quick look. Oops. Pink Flare.
Careful, because you type Pink Flow into Google and you get all sorts of horrible things, I suspect.
Oh, by accident, I've clicked on this video. Oh no! Hold on, let's have a quick look. To this video. Oh, that's Iron Man, yeah.
Iron Man was a great guitar.
That's a
that was your first
that strat sounded so good. So yeah, that was a master built strat. Was it Greg Fessler? There's a review of it on the channel. There's a review on the channel. Yes, go and check it out. That was an awesome guitar. Really expensive guitar.
I love that guitar.
Good guitar. That shouldn't have sold that. Thomas just checked out the price of ToneX cab, $700. If this is US, it's $1,000 can.
Canadian.
Oh, Canadian. Okay.
Yes, it's a different country,
Can. Yeah, I didn't know what they meant by can.
Yeah.
Zach, hello from Venice. 64 degrees and clear. Nice. Very nice. Jay, PRS pickup seem boring. Smooth, balanced, musical are the objectives they use. We all sound like Santana. I want something with more character. P90's rule. I'm not sure Santana is bland. I don't particularly like the sound of Santana, but I wouldn't call that. Or I wouldn't call Santana sound boring. It's very Santana. It just sounds like him, doesn't it? But yes, more character P90. I like P90s. Nick, the ToneX speaker looks good. Enjoyed your video. Seems like good competition to the Fender. Just wish they made it 1,000 watts like the Fender.
So I was reading some of the blurb for the ToneX cab, And although, yes, it's 350 watts, let's not pretend it's 1,000 watts. It's 1,000 watts peak. It's not 1,000 watts RMS. And ToneX cab was
50, I think. 750 peak.
750 peak.
So 350
RMS. Yeah. I would love to bring that in here and do a similar video that we did for the Spark Live, where we used it against drums and see how it, because I think it will eat a drum kit.
Oh yeah. It's really loud. Yeah, don't always, just because something's 1,000 watts or 750 watts, don't think, well, and also some manufacturers skew the price, skew the values. I would be very surprised if a 10-inch cab like the Fender competes with this. I'll be very surprised, but I don't know.
I mean, and also,
anyway,
I say at that level, when you get up cranking that sort of volume, you're talking about maximum dB SPL. You're not necessarily talking about it's got 10,000 watts, it's got 5,000 watts.
Means nothing.
No, exactly. A Class D 500 watt amp compared to a 30 watt valve amp, you'd just go, hang on a second, they're the same, aren't they? It doesn't compute. It's not the same.
Yeah, completely. Aaron, hello mate. He said, see you guys in Anaheim. I'll be there Monday to Monday. Don't let me drink. Oh yeah, good luck with that, mate.
Won't see Paul, Aaron.
Well, not yet. I'll know tomorrow. Graham, I'm thinking of putting in a single coil size humbucker in the bridge position of my GNL. Any recommendations? Preferably not too hot, more vintage sounding. Yeah. So the Seymour Duncan, get one of the juniors. They do a PAF Junior, which is a single coil sized. So as opposed to it being stacked or like a hot rail, it's a proper humbucker, but it's single coil size. It doesn't sound like a humbucker,
but it has the effect of a humbucker.
Well, yeah, and they sound really good. I had one in the Strat once and it sounded really good. Yeah, but don't expect it to sound like a
PAF
Les Paul. Yeah, don't expect it to sound like a Les Paul. It won't sound like a Les Paul. It sound like a Strat with a sort of in between single coil and humbucker, which I really like the sound of.
Do you remember last week we were talking about Gilmore Strats and what the switch does?
Yeah.
And I've got this abomination of a Gilmore Strat.
That is an abomination, that thing. Beautiful relic. Beautiful relic job.
The relic is horrific, but the thing is, the guitar is really good. It's actually a really good sounding guitar, and it has got the Gilmore switch does exactly what we think what it's supposed to do. It kicks the neck pickup in.
Okay,
that's exactly what it does.
Oh, nice.
And it's as soon as I realised that, it's brilliant.
Nice.
So every time I play it, I go, oh God, this thing's so good. I'm really loath to bugger about with it because it plays so well.
I'd just strip the body. Just strip the body. You can paint it yourself.
Yeah, you're probably right. I could do a better job as well because it's just been butchered.
It's horrible. That Reddit job is horrible.
Or I just live with it because it lives in the studio and it's brilliant.
Oh, they are then. Yeah, you're not gonna. It's gonna cost you to do all the work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a brilliant sounding guitar. I love playing it. Don't get me wrong. I love playing the Schecter, but I love playing that too. That they sound very different.
As you should.
Yeah,
all guitars are good. Jeff, not sure what PRS pickups you were discussing because I came in late. They do sell some in the accessories section on the website. They're all 200 quid each. Oh, I'll have a quick look.
Okay.
Maybe it was just the 5815s they weren't selling. Don't tear my package up. He says, is there a shipping service that doesn't destroy packages? No.
I've just sent a sub, that big 10-inch Focal sub to County Down, Northern Ireland.
Oof.
And initially I said I don't want to send it, but the guy said, look, if I'll take the risk, I'll pay for the extra
nice.
stuff. Can you really wrap it up? So I mean, it's very, very, very wrapped up.
Right, nice.
But it was 50 quid.
Yeah.
To ship it with 500 quid coverage.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, so I'll find out in the next couple of days.
Nice.
whether it made it.
Was it double boxed?
It was double boxed, bubble wrapped, the whole shebang. There's bubble wrap, cardboard, bubble wrap in front of the speaker and the controls at the back. So
nice.
They've got to try really hard to mess it up. I've had keyboards go with TNT that have been actually trodden on, and they've destroyed the key bed. They've knocked the legs off the key bed and just
joke, absolute joke. Nab says, "Is Mr. Lee Abraham boycotting you?" I'm kidding, of course. Yeah, he's too big for us now.
He's too big. He's LA guitar is
it's too big.
Yeah,
too much of a big deal. Chris, I was watching one of the PRS updated pickup videos and noticed on some models it's not a coil split anymore, but a high pass filter. Oh, that's interesting.
Sounds horrible.
That's really interesting. Well, that's interesting. They're using it as a high pass filter instead, so they're cutting off the woolliness from the humbucker, like especially in the neck position. That might work. That's really interesting. Rocker 534 says, "I love my Silver Sky pickups. Yeah, they're really good pickups. Like my Mira X pickup in the bridge too. They should sell their pickups as parts. Yeah, the Silver Sky pickups are really good. Silver Sky as a whole is really good." Gary, how do you get delay trail on the Boss Katana 100 using only the settings on the amp? It depends on what setting, but I would suggest that you'd need to go into the settings. If you're not getting it, you won't be able to get it. So you need to go into the ToneX software.
Boss Katana software in.
What did I say?
ToneX.
Sorry. Oh God.
It's kicking in.
Kicking in.
Drink something.
Yeah.
Kill or cure.
No, I'm not drinking booze. Nabs, give a like, people. Yes, thanks, Nabs. Give us a like. You would not believe how much it helps. We keep forgetting to ask because we're humble.
Or just daft. I don't know.
We just forget. Give us a like because it really does help. It doesn't cost you anything, and subscribe and all that sort of stuff.
Both channels, please. That'd be nice. Yes.
Yes. Hollywood. Good evening, all. Evening, Hollywood. Medalia 1 says, "Hi guys, I only recently discovered your channel and I love the content. Great gear, playing and advice. Keep it up." Cheers, Medalia. Tar. Jay, is the ToneX cab made in Italy like the pedals? Cheers. Good question.
He's about to have a look.
I will have a look. That is a really good question.
Oh,
no, designed in Italy, assembled in Indonesia.
Okay.
There we go. Oh. Jeff, ToneX FRFR more than enough to blow the blade doors off, and not a lot.
Very good, Jeff. Very good.
Richard LM8, he said, "Hi guys, running a bit late. Have you seen the MXR releasing the rotten pedal?" Yes.
I want one.
Yeah, it'd be exciting that. You can try that out in NAMM.
I will.
Zach, I love what James is drinking. Yes.
I'll tell you what, you won't when you look at it.
You're on zero.
I'm on Beck's Blue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is alcohol free. And there's a reason for that. It's because I am getting my detox fix in before next week.
No. Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, you need to give the liver a break before NAMM.
Yes.
Sean, he says, "I'd like to see you do a video. WA Katana. What's WA mean?
With a
Katana using a Boss ES8 to change individual effects in the amp via MIDI. Can't find any info on this. The thing is, Sean, if I did a video, it would be you that watches it. And I mean that in the nicest possible way, because the amount of people that are going to watch, the amount of people, well, one that's got a Katana and a Boss ES8, they're going to be very few. So it would be a very hard and non-productive video for me to do. It's possible, but I mean, I'd have to do all the studying for it as well. And
There's 2 days there to make a 10-minute video.
Exactly. And for me to do that, because I'd have to do all the research and all that sort of stuff, it would not be worth me doing. I'm really sorry. But James would love to do it.
I don't have either of those things. So
yeah. But honestly, I mean, I would, unless you really want the S8, go and get the foot controller for the katana. It's brilliant.
The GAFC Mark II.
Yeah. Jay, you see, that'd be a good video for Boss to do, though.
Yes.
That would be a video that Boss should do.
Yes.
It's a good point. Jay, I have an old PRS EG3 that has staggered pole noiseless single coils, which are great. Strat on steroids, nice. Chris, he said, evening rats, good news from Southeast London. A new guitar shop opened in Greenwich Market. Tom's Guitars. New shop that's not a nail bar, bookies or akin estate agents. I'll visit on Saturday when off work. Nice one. Let's know how it goes, Chris.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Typical now. I've moved from that part of the world.
Yeah. Greenwich is a nice Greenwich, isn't it? Ooh. Nice up there. Anthony, let us know what that shop is like, Chris. My wife's from Belvedere, so we're going to see her family in a couple of weeks. So see it. So if it's worth going in, nice. Thanks, I appreciate the answer. Cheers. Anytime, Sean. And Medalia, but to both of you, what's your all-time favorite Marshall amp? Oh, so I've now found out what the new Marshalls are.
Right.
And I can't say, obviously. Actually, I can say, but because I haven't signed any NDA.
But you shouldn't.
I'm not going to say. It is so exciting.
Wow.
It's honestly, it's what Marshall should have done years ago.
Oh. Now, yeah. I'm not just playing dumb. I'm actually dumb on this because Paul hasn't told me.
No. Well, if you think about it, we've talked about this before. We've talked about this in the show. We've talked about what Marshall should be doing.
Yeah.
And they're doing it.
Favorite Marshall to now?
Yeah.
It's really hard because I've got 2.
Have you?
Yeah.
Go on.
My early to mid 80s JCM 800 dual channel, and then my early 90s JCM 900 dual gain, dual reverb. Oh my god, that was a good amp. Greg still got the 100-watt one, and I'm like, oh, if you didn't want that, I love that amp.
What's that? The 900?
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg's
not a very fashionable amp, I know, but I love that amp.
Yeah. So mine would be the Jubilee, which is controversial.
Actually, that Jubilee I had was great with it as well.
Jubilee's great.
That was a great amp.
I prefer a Jubilee to an 800. I'd like an 800, but I prefer the sound of a Jubilee.
2555. It's that kind of best of both worlds, isn't it?
Yeah. It's great, such a great amp. Hollywood, just seen the music shop sell Les Paul 2015 for £1,300. Sold within a day. I thought that was a good price from a shop or not. Yeah, I mean I'd say it's an all right price. Yeah,
it's a Les Paul. You haven't said which one
exactly. That's the problem. Is it 2015? Was that around the same sort of time as Robot Tuners?
No. I don't know.
I think it was. It's about 2015.
Robot Tuners. Oh,
that might be why. Come, Paul, do it up, mate. IHOP on me. That IHOP, Jesus, you can spend a fortune going out for breakfast in LA.
Well, we found that place, didn't we, over the road from the convention centre?
Oh, that's crack. Oh, the kebabs they do over there.
Oh, yes.
Exactly. Backup guitar. Get the exact same as the primary. Ooh, good question.
I don't know many people who have done that.
No.
My 90s, well, 1889 as it is, Strat Plus, my Woodley sensors, I think was someone's tour backup because the case looked like it had been driven over, but the guitar was practically unplayed.
Right.
And I bought it in the West End, which from Roker's or someone like that, one of the sort of second-hand dealers. So it could well have been someone's tour second, but the three when I was playing guitar in my own band on ships, the three guitars I had were my Strat, my Epiphone, my Sheraton, and the Eagle. Those were the three guitars I had. Three different sounding guitars, but if you bust a string on one, no one on a cruise ship audience is going to turn around and say, "Oh, he played that on a Strat and not on a Les Paul."
Yeah, I think get something different. If you've only got one guitar, I think get something different. If you've got a load of guitars, and you love that guitar, then it might be worth. Like I've got a telly. Actually, I've got two Les Pauls. I was going to say then the guitar that I've got. Yeah, but one's got P90s.
Yeah.
So I've got two tellies, but then I'm not doing that. If I was touring and the sound that I and my primary sound was a telly, say, yes, I'd go and get another telly.
Yeah,
that's the backup.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense. That's what it does.
Hot 8, the 900 rocked, but liked my Silver Jubilee best. Yeah. So it's great, especially with that Les Paul, mate.
Oh, rock and roll.
Anthony says backed my backup custom 22 with the CE 22 for a few years. Yeah, I prefer the CE 22 to the custom 22. Hobo Roadie, I've been advocating a reissue of the 30th anniversary Marshall Blue Tolex. I need a bunch more of those. Nice.
I said to you the other day, didn't I, that I'm looking for one of those.
Yeah.
I liked that amp.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Really versatile amp. And yet still sounds like a Marshall.
Yeah, nice. Jay says Gibson 2015 problem is a very wide neck. You can change out the robo tuners, but you're stuck with the neck. Yeah, that's true. I wonder why they did such a wide neck on those. They are generally, if it is the ones with the robo tuners, they are generally hated. Hollywood says Gibson Les Paul Standard had robo tuners, but were changed out. Nice. I mean, see if you like the neck. See if you like the neck and that sort of stuff. Medalia, I love the Jubilee 2553, the smaller of the original heads, 50 watt. Just something I've always loved about that amp. Yeah.
Great.
Because it was like the first sort of modded Marshall sort of amp.
Yeah. Modded by them.
Yeah. Hollywood, thanks, Jay. I didn't know about that wide neck. There we go.
There's some chatting going on.
Hobo, maybe a blue 4x10. Ooh.
Oh no, I'm not sure.
Big.
Yeah, 4x10 as well.
Oh, takes up a lot of space, doesn't it? I'd like a 4x12, but
I've got a couple here you can have.
Yeah. I had that Boss one back. That's great, that. Jay, Gibson will give you a titanium replacement for the nut, which I think is okay. Okay. Nice. Hollywood says, talk about tour backup gear. My only valve amp I have left, which I love, is a Trace Elliott Speed Twin 50 head. The guy I bought it from said it was a tour backup and it was immaculate. Nice.
I nearly bought one of those at an auction once and you told me not to.
Well, we're selling selling catches. I don't think anyone's going to go, oh, can you do me a Speed Twin? It's just it wasn't a very.
It was never a terribly popular amp.
No, but it sounded great.
Yeah.
Sounded good, didn't it?
Believe it or not, we're there. Should we do the news?
Yeah, let's do the news. There we go. Do a bit of that, then a bit of this. Right. So this is the new Ibanez lineup. Right. This one, the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, the two there, these two here, that one and that one. They're called the AZ Standard.
Yeah.
Right. So a normal AZ will cost you about £2,000,
1,800
quid, £2,000, something like that. These are 500 quid.
Wow.
And I was like, I looked at that one and went, I'm not really into sort of twin humbucker Strat style guitars.
Pointy Strats.
No. It's not really point. They're not that pointy, are they? But what they like, the headstocks aren't that pointy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love that one. It's so versatile, and you've got this switch here, which I can't remember what they call it. but it does so much more with the pickup in, and I loved that the twin humbucker.
Cool.
Really good.
I really like Ibanez basses. You know, they're always really top. I mean, I know you call them coffee tables and all that sort of stuff.
Grandma, look at that. Look, it's Grandma's coffee table.
Oh, mate, I love the blue one on the far
Oh,
right.
you are such a wrong un.
No, not that one. No, the other side. That looks blue. The midnight one.
That one.
That one looks really cool.
If you turned up, unless you were doing like some sort of gospel gig.
Yeah, and unless you're a Charles Bear 2 tribute act.
Exactly, or something like that. If you turn up to like an audition with one of them, and it was like a pop band, I think
You'd
they'd
get
go,
it. No, they wouldn't look at you. If you slung it nice and high, like Henry the Thumb,
oh god, no.
the guy from Rock School.
But anyway, they're basically a Warwick ripoffs, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
You've got the
They always play really nicely, and that's half the deal, isn't it?
Yeah. I just don't think they. I mean, I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to things looking cool, or what I think look cool. That's not necessarily what is cool. But, I don't think they're. I think they just look like something from the 90s.
What's that? 1,000?
Yeah, they're about £1,000, 969.
That's really not bad, is it? Not at all.
I mean, they do make the quality of the stuff is really good.
Did I just see Seven String Acoustic?
Yes, unfortunately you did. Yes, let's move past that. Yeah, but I was really impressed with the Ibanez with the AZ guitars from Ibanez.
Nice.
They're really good. New Swamp Ash Special. Look at that. That looks great.
Oh, I prefer the honey one, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's because you're wrong. And but if you look at so you'll see what I mean about this middle pickup.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room. And if that pickup's high.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love the maple neck PRS. I think that looks great.
Oh, come on, that looks great there.
No, I don't. I'm not sure.
Oh,
that one. I like that one.
You're so wrong.
No, you're such a wrong one. But you can just see how in the way that is.
There's not a lot of room in there, is there? There's, they're because of the scale length and because of the fact you've got a lot of neck. Yeah. There's not a great deal of space in the middle.
No, they're not. But the pickups sound magic. The pickups are brilliant. It's just such a shame. I would almost prefer. I mean, I don't know what else they could do with it. It's just too much going on. And how much are they? How much do you reckon? They've got to be £4,000, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think I sold my old SAS for what I paid for it, so about 1,300 quid, I think.
Yeah, buy second hand because you can definitely pick up. Yeah, it hasn't even got the price.
Not even down the bottom.
No, nothing. No, nothing. No one knows.
You have to ask. You can't afford it.
Exactly. Here we go. IK ToneX cab.
Yeah.
I'm
like really you. Good. I'd want two.
Yeah, you'd want two for that the stereo thing. They're light enough because they're only 12 kilos. They're light enough to, sling a couple in the back of your car and go and do a gig with. Nice,
really small pedal board. Two of them, a couple of guitars. That's not just the dream function rig. That's not far off the dream rig, is it? Because it's easy to deal with.
But yeah, and as I always say, the whole point about if you're going to go to modelers, the way to make a modeler better than a valve amp is to have stereo because it just sounds brilliant.
Yeah.
So if you've got two, yes, it's it's not a cheap way of doing it.
One of the bands that I used to go and see when I was a Ute was a band called Blade Chain, who ironically I still see the bass player or the singer from Blade Chain because he plays bass in bands I play in now. And Kev, their guitar player, had a Marshall JMP1 with the 50-watt dual monoblock into two. Basically, it looked like a 4x12A cab cut down the middle.
Oh, cool!
And that was either side of the drums.
Oh,
We had
nice.
a proper stereo, full stereo. Oh, it sounded awesome.
That's massive, yeah. Next, PRS standard.
No, they're pretty.
Yeah, see, I'm not so sure.
I like the red one.
To me, they almost look like the only thing that I look at them and go, "Oh, is that an SE?"
I like the carve. I
Yeah,
love
you
that
can
carve.
tell it's not because of the carve. The
Yeah.
carve, they wouldn't have a carve like that on the SEs, but I like the idea of it. Quite
Oh
like
yeah,
the black.
I like the red. I do like the red one.
White one's quite tasty. I like the
Actually,
white one.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
look,
mind.
it's got cover pick. Oh no, it hasn't got cover pickups.
I
And
wouldn't
this is
mind any of those.
yeah, okay. And it's this is with their new pickups. And again, there's no prices. Yeah, I mean the PRS they've got that carve, great, haven't they? It is nice. Right. Next. So Mark Sampson's back with Bad Cat,
Yeah,
and he's brought out the Era 30.
that looks
which
really
is-
cool.
Yeah. So this is him sort of perfecting the matchless HC20 with Bad Cat.
That's an awesome looking thing. It's going to sound amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're looking for like a sort of high end, top quality amp and stuff, that's a definite. I think they're about $3,000. Oh God, no, they're
Nearly
nearly
four.
$4,000. But on Anderton's, I think they're selling for about $3,000 in the UK.
Black, cream, and grey.
Yeah,
but it looks nice in grey.
Yeah, well, that's the great thing about
Mm.
Matchless, and that's Mark Sampson started Matchless, and
Yeah.
so that's that he's obviously going back to the whole sort of Matchless design and stuff. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice thing. Where did we get to? We got to there.
Oh, excuse me. Only Marshall I had was the 30th anniversary. I was using a TCG Major for effects, and the MIDI implementation of the amp was a godsend. It sounded great too. Nice.
Yeah. MIDI channel switching.
Nice. Hobo. This is the 6100 is interesting too. I'm shocked my 6101 still works. They forgot about the heat, I think. Mike, how do y'all? I like that 22 fret AZ. Yeah, it's nice. It's really good. Jay says, "You guys are great. Got to go and pick up my wife some lunch, mate. Get your priorities right."
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah. Jay, I don't get the 6 screw tremolos on those AZ standards. See, I prefer 6 screw tremolos.
Okay, I'll nod and agree. At this point, I need to do this.
Matt from Distant Sunshine. Cheers, Matt. He said, "Hi, fellas. Still a bit late. The party with this one. Huge congratulations on the 100,000 subs. So well deserved. You worked incredibly hard to get there. Thanks for everything, Matt." Cheers, Matt. Thanks,
Cheers,
mate.
buddy.
Really nice of you. Thanks, Matt.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Zach says, "AZ standard made in China. Stainless steel frets." Yeah. Stainless steel frets. Are they made in China? Trying to think. I think it was China, yes. But I was really impressed with the feel of them as well. Hollywood, you're right. Those Speed Twin heads were never a popular amp. As a late 90s amp, they positioned themselves as a boutique amp priced around £1,600. Wow. In the 90s, that was quite a lot.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of them had reliability issues, but sounded great. Interesting. Hollywood, mine has been rock solid, though. Just lucky. Nice. Jeff says, "I have a custom shop 60s telly as a primary and Harley Benton T62 DBL with Duncan quarter pounders in it as a backup. Sometimes the Fender is the backup." Wow. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of those quarter pounders. Cough. I bought a quarter pounder once to put in a Friedman, and oh my God, it was the wooliest sounding thing I've ever heard. Yeah, it was so dark, so dark. Jay, PRS need to offer stainless steel frets. Oh, my guitar. The guitar I've ordered's got stainless. Yeah, I've ordered with stainless steel frets. Nice. That was an expensive upgrade. Hollywood, Jeff, do you still have that Ibanez SA? Was that someone else? They say the neck felt like a Sir profile neck. I've never had an SA.
The only Ibanez I've ever had was that pink
Oh
Jazz
yeah,
box.
that was quite nice. That was a nice guitar.
Great guitar for not very much money as well.
Yeah. Daniel said, "Good evening, Rat. Sorry I'm late. Out running errands. No worries, mate. Again, sort of, you've got
We'll let
to
you
sort
off.
it out
Yeah.
and Chris, Sweetwater has that PRS standard. It's $3,500. Swamp Ash is $3,000. Oh, okay. Wow. So the standard is more expensive than the Swamp Ash. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Jeff, Hollywood. I did have the SA neck. Did have an SA neck was nice. At a few serves, one thing I will say is all the necks have been different. The one I kept is the Peak Thorn signature. Nice. Nice guitar. Zach, why would the Headrush Flex Prime be #1 trending gear on Sweetwater? I think because it's basically a capture device that does everything. So it's got all of the effects, does capture, well, can import captures.
With the software you get with it, you can do captures. Yeah.
And generally, yeah, it just does everything. It's probably the most budget at the moment, the most budget friendly, does everything with all the effects and the captures.
And it's really easy to manage the system. You know, the capturing process is really easy. To say, I'm going to say this because Paul and I have spent a long time mastering our craft is possibly pushing it, but doing what we do to the level we do it isn't as simple as I'll stick a 58 in front. It's not as simple as that to get good captures, but. Yep. Clones, as they're referred to in Headrush lingo. My only thing with Headrush at the moment, and people are asking for this a lot, is super clones. It isn't there yet, in my opinion.
Right.
Even on the demo I did of the Headrush Flex Prime, when you put ascending gain.
Oh yeah.
Even when you scroll through them with the gain control, thinking you're morphing between them, there is still a certain amount of
yeah. It does do that, doesn't it? It does do that.
And I don't want to put a pack out of super clones
that doesn't work properly.
That doesn't work properly. I don't want us to be just to get ahead of the curve. I want it to be right. They'll fix it. They're very clever people. But everyone's going, "Oh, put super clones out." I'm like, no, it's not ready yet. I can say that in this forum because I suspect the Headrush folks aren't going to start bashing down the door if we say it live on a live stream that, by comparison to a Facebook comment, for example, won't be seen as by as many people.
Right.
But yeah, it'll come in time.
Nice.
Hobo. Yeah.
Hobo says, reissue the blue ToneX cabinets is the thing I meant. It's a nice blue. Yes, it's a nice blue. Ah, Mr. Casardi. Belated hello, rats. Hello, mate.
Hello. Hey.
Jeff, have you tried the PRS HDRX20? No, still haven't tried one of those.
Nope.
Really, they're quite reasonable as well. Benjamin Cook. It's nice to hear Marshall is making amps again versus its slow demise into Bluetooth speaker company. Yes. It's what Marshall should be doing.
The thing is, Milton Keynes, they never built Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah.
It was purely a branding exercise. Those Bluetooth speakers were designed by a company in Sweden and made by their manufacturing facility in China. Let's not pretend that the thousands of combined years of amp building expertise at Milton Keynes was suddenly chucking out Bluetooth speakers. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But now, if they're making proper amps again, I'm very excited.
Medali One says, seen a photo of Marshall's Plexi modded by Marshall on Ryan Fluff's Instagram, saying something like fun, exciting stuff from NAMM. Yes. Okay. So it's already out there. Good. Yes. So Marshall are basically doing modded versions of their amps. So they're basically doing the Friedman thing, which is what we've been saying for years. But
for years.
There we go. I think Shahar said the same thing.
Yeah. Do your own thing.
Okay. Shahar.
Fluff's always been as well has been in the news this week, hasn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Because he has finally.
Well, he upset Gibson.
Yeah, but did the right thing and didn't tell anyone until the news of Randall Smith's demise was published.
Yeah.
So
he's a good guy, Fluff. I think he's one of the good ones.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him. I'd like to meet him at NAMM. So yeah, he did the right thing, and he with his audience, he could have attempted to rip the G company a new one, but took the moral high ground, which we all know from time to time they don't do.
No, they don't.
So
yeah, the more I hear about it, the more I hear about Gibson, the more I'm just like.
Although, ironically, they did reach out to me this week if I'd like to come and meet them, so I'm going to see them.
What on LinkedIn?
Yes,
they've done everyone.
Yes, but hey, I'll go and drink their beer and eat their pizza.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a lot.
It made me feel special right up to that point, Paul. Thanks.
Yeah, they've got a lot of bridge building to do. I think.
Good. I'll take their money and their beer.
Medallia, that would be what I seen. Absolutely. Shahar says, look like they're doing what Headfirst did very successfully, modding marshals. Yeah.
As long as they're not starting with combos.
Everyone wants that. Everyone wants a marshal that sounds like a freedman.
Yeah.
Humbucker Cafe says, hi guys, question on recording guitars. Will you use reverb on rhythm riff crunch guitars or keep it dry and eventually apply it later if needed? So when you're recording guitars, it's a really good question. I would, if it is part of the sound, which reverb tends not to be. So for instance, if it's part of the sound and it makes a difference to the live performance, record with reverb. To be honest, if it's like, but you're using rhythm crunch riff, so I'm guessing you're not talking about like a spring reverb on a Fender amp or something like that. So that's irrelevant. But I quite like having a little bit of spring reverb recorded and then applying reverb later. But I would say you're always in a much better. You're always going to be in a much better position to record without reverb and then add it later on.
A video I put out last week on the other channel, my channel, talking about the Waves immersive wrapper. And for this particular guitar part, what I wanted to do, what you can do with this particular wrapper is apply different plugins or different settings of the same plugin to different sets of speakers effectively. So I could have a dotted 8th in the sides and a dotted 16th in the heights.
Okay.
But what I'd already done, I'd recorded it with delay. So you were delaying the delays, so you had like a dotted 8th, dotted 16th, dotted quarter note and it sounded really cool because you got the delay of the delays.
Yeah.
But very rare that I thought was going to come and bite me because I knew what I wanted to do and I thought it was going to sound terrible, but actually because of how I was spreading it around, it sounded quite cool. Nice. But normally I'd put, if it was a delay, it was part of the part, I'd record with the delay, as you say, like the sweet disposition, that dun 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 dun. You got no choice other than to play it with the delay.
Yeah.
Whereas reverb, I'll always record dry and put it in post in the mix.
Well, you can always, I mean, recording situations now is very different. So it's almost like you can play with the reverb, but coming through a send. So you're not actually recording the reverb, but you're monitoring with that effect.
Yeah.
And if that helps you play the part better, definitely use it.
Yeah. Interestingly, though, all the playing I've been doing up late for captures, it's all dry as a bone because obviously you can't capture a reverb or delay or anything. And it gets you back on your game because delays and reverbs can really hide a multitude of sins.
Yeah. Yeah. Hollywood says, Jeff, how heavy is your Harley TE62 DB? My TE62 is really light. And I've got here. Where is it? There it is, down there.
Nice.
Mr. Barr, he said maybe Marshall should do a thing where they remove mods and restore the amps, the original designs. Lol, Freeman, isn't that weird? Yeah, Freeman has just done that.
Yeah.
Going back to the yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Because there are only so many circuits. There are only so many mods. There are only so many variations you can do. Eventually, the marketing machine goes, what can we change now? And let's take all the mods off.
Yeah. Basil Tiffany says, I thought you were going to Sweet Caroline. I thought he was as well. Oh, at last.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Willie!
I don't know why he has to drag out Willie, but Willie, what? Look, mate, it's 9 o'clock. You're an hour late.
Dragging out your Willie means something completely different in my house, clearly.
Abaka, thanks for such a detailed response. You guys will anytime, mate. Anytime.
We do our best. Wow.
We're done.
We're done.
Wow.
Oh,
give us a like. Give us a like.
Please give us a like.
This live show, we don't monetize it. We don't earn anything from it. We just do it all for
shits and giggles.
Yeah, shits and giggles.
Right, I'm going to do this because it's funny.
Stupid comment of the week.
There have been some blinders this week, but my favourite has to go to this person.
There have been some really funny ones this week.
Has to go to this one. This was on your.
You can't. You need to show it on the screen.
I know. I haven't got time to go and get it. It doesn't mean.
I do the news. I do the news. I sort out all the news and stuff. Your job.
I had small people to deal with.
Oh, for God's sake.
This was from Taylor B. Martin.
Show it up to the screen then.
I will in a minute, but I can't read it and show it to the screen, can I?
Oh,
Taylor B. Martin. Paul's been playing the same super annoying lick for 4 years. And Paul's response was, guess what you're going to be hearing for the next 4 years? Yes. Just genius. And that was
Stupid comment of the week.
Before we go, I have a moan.
Oh, go on.
I have a moan.
Go on.
eBay.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I am on a bit of an eBay mission at the minute.
Yeah.
And I've had 3 things taken down by eBay for, let me just go in and have a look what they actually say. Unsold for 3 of your listings have policy violations.
No one likes to be violated.
No. So my Vox AC30 50th anniversary 30-watt tube amp head, as seen on the Studio Rats, is what the title is.
Okay.
They've taken it down because apparently I'm selling it in other places and I'm advertising that.
Right.
Doesn't say that. It says as seen on the Studio Rats.
Oh, I see. As seen. So
yeah.
Okay. I hear what this. Yes.
They've read that.
It's just AI. That's AI bollocks.
Yeah. The Access Virus synth I'm selling because it's cool, but it's not what I need it for. No. They've taken it down for something to do with money laundering.
What?
And VAT fraud. Their AI bot is messing up. I also had the Chandler taken down because I put as seen on the Studio Rats on it.
How weird is that?
Because I'm trying to get past the whole kind of when people say, "Oh, I didn't realize it was the actual one that was used on the Studio Rats channel." I normally put a video link saying, if you want to hear this amp, click here, check the amp out. And the number of people who come around and gone, "Oh, I didn't expect it to be you." I said, yes, it's the amp, not just one similar to it.
Yes. Wow.
So eBay are being silly people.
Yeah, you can't fight with the AI shit though, can you?
It's crap because it's not always right.
No, it's not always right. It's not always right, but that's you can't fight with it because.
Let's do the last few questions and stuff because they're quite good.
Shahar says, besides music, do you have any other hobbies? It's a good question, isn't it?
I'd go cycling with the kids. If that counts.
Yeah. God, that's a worry, isn't it? That's a worry.
I do seem to spend an awful lot of time in this room though at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the spending time with the family and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's not really a hobby though, is it?
no, but
I guess we're really lucky. We turned our hobby into our job.
yeah, that's a worry. I need something else to
Spend money on.
Well, yeah, maybe if I did. No, that's not good, is it? I don't know.
I just look round at all the lovely things and go, do you know what? I don't think I need a hobby. I've got all this lot, and then I haven't got time for. I have to, fight my work-life balance anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Exercise. That's not a hobby though. I hate it. I hate exercising, but I do it very often. Oh damn! I need a hobby now. Thanks, Shahar. Willie, sorry guys, a bit late for my own. No, not a problem, mate. Like RC cars, drones, etc. That's maybe I should do that.
I've got an RC car that I keep thinking. I bought the year I did a proper summer season. I thought, what shall I do? What will be fun? So I went and bought a half decent remote control car just to bomb it around along the dunes and the beach.
Like a Tamiya one or something.
Yeah, like
Nice.
but a good half decent one. And then got into upgrading it and buying better batteries and better speed controllers and motors and stuff.
Nice.
And that got quite expensive after a while.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Jake to say, "Daddy," and then he'll destroy it within about 3 seconds because he's good like that.
Basil, same link gives you a great frame of reference. It sure does. Cheers, Basil. Jeff, he has to play the same link. Everything else has bleeding copyright on it. True.
Certain amount of
that. Willie says, my partner has been subject to the same licks for years now. And my guitar, oh, nice one. Very good.
Too much.
Shah says, Paul, can you get your hands on that new Badcat Era 30? So Badcat are only asking a very few amount of YouTubers to review it. I will ask. I will ask. They sent over the cub. I'd like to. I'm surprised I'm not one of them, to be honest, because of my love of matchless amps. But we'll see. We'll see. Yes, I will ask. Cheers, Shahar. Chaz says, apologies for my tardiness. Just drove through a snowstorm to pick up my wife at the airport. Hope everyone is well. Wow.
That's dedication.
Humbucker Cafe, reading books is a good hobby. It is a good hobby. I read. I do read.
I read a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, you had to ask Willie, didn't you? Oh, for God's sake.
Well, it's great. If you're liking the Atmos stuff, do subscribe to TSR Jivey Talks Tech. There's a lot of Atmos content on there. I had a chat yesterday with some of the guys from Dolby directly who are going to come on and do some stuff with me. Yeah, it's all going very well. It sounds amazing in here. I'm really pleased with how it's sounding. Yeah, I've got more Atmos learning to do, like a lot of it. But my first Atmos mix I've done, and it sounds good. I'm sort of sharing it with a few people to say who I know can play it back and go, how does this sound? What do you think? Yeah, it's getting there.
Nice.
I'm no Steve Jenowick yet, but I'm getting there.
Nice. Is watching YouTube a hobby? Yeah, that'll do. Shahar says, just got into first-person view drones. It's a deep hole got myself into. I'm not allowed to fly drones around here because I live in a national park.
So you're not allowed to?
No, not allowed to fly drones. It's too much wildlife.
Ah, well.
I know, bit gutting. Mario, hello mate.
Hey.
Mario from Tube Workshop. Hi guys, hello mate. Hope you're well. Anthony says, RC cars cheaper than RC aircraft. Tried it for a while, crashed my first 5 in about 10 minutes total flight time.
Yeah, that's expensive. That's expensive.
Yeah. Well, you be at NAMM. James will be at NAMM. I don't think I'm going. I might get a last minute flight, but I don't think so.
A couple of years ago, my mate Ollie from Bigger Boat, he was in LA for less time than he was flying. He came over for the day.
Wow. Hey, how many beds has your room got? Just out of interest.
Two.
It's a 2-room. Okay.
I'm hearing that because of the fires, hotel rooms are very scarce.
Yeah, very much so. Yes, I've got an offer to stay somewhere, which unless that offer has gone.
I would say it's funny. I got an upgrade thing today that I can upgrade for about, I think it's about 50 quid a night, $50 a night, to a 2-room, like a family room.
Okay.
So that offer might still be existing. So if you did want to go, I could probably do that.
Okay, mate. Nice one. Yes. I will let you know tomorrow. I will let you know. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated.
Yeah. We'll work it out. But yeah. Last
Dave says, drinking alcohol, is that a good hobby? It's a hobby. I'm not sure it's a good hobby. I wish it was good for you. That's such a shame, isn't it? LA smoldering mess. Surprised they still went on with it.
Yeah, Los Angeles is not in a great way, but Anaheim is nowhere near the fires. It's a very long way away. It's like 60 miles.
Yeah.
So it's not that close.
Mario says, hey, James, come over to both 3518 and say hello to Valiant and TWS.
I will do that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do that. So I've got your booth number on my phone. Boom, done. Ha ha.
Okay, Gary says, do you prefer push pull knobs or push push?
Push every time.
Shah says, do you have any recommendations for orchestral VST?
I did one of my first videos on JTT was on the BBC Symphony Orchestra, the free one. That's by Spitfire Audio. If you just need a bit of orchestra occasionally, I think the whole library is only about 300 meg. It's tiny.
Oh, nice.
And that might be a really very cost-effective way to do it. The samples are good. You don't get every single articulation, every single up bow, down bow, all that sort of stuff. The Spitfire stuff is amazing, but you do pay for it. The best stuff I've ever heard is orchestral tools, but my God, they're expensive. Really, really good. We're there. Let's call it.
So Mario just sent me something. I'll forward it to you.
All right, cool. Next week, I don't know if you're going to do a show, but there will be a special show Saturday evening. If Paul may choose to do one on Wednesday, I don't know. I will be in the middle of the press launch. Drinks, piss up. Sorry, the very important press thing where we all get a heads up on what's coming next with free beer. But Saturday night, we'll do our best to do a live from NAMM, or what will be the end of NAMM, because it's a 3-day show this year. Our highlight special, and we'll get some guests in the bar, and we'll just get slowly stewed, which is always a good laugh.
Nice.
Yeah, but other than that, I'd say Paul may choose to do a show next week with Mr. Abraham if he can lower himself to our level or your level.
He's too much of a big deal.
Gregoire might be about. Who knows?
Yes, I'll put the feelers out.
As always, please do like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that sort of stuff. If you could do the same with TSR Jivey Talks Tech, which is that one, that would be great as well. I will hopefully see loads of you next week out in California at the NAMM show. If I'm chatting, please stop me, say hello. It really does mean a lot. It's great to meet as many of you as we can out there. Who knows? Mr. Drew might even be joining us.
Never know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But until next week, take care, everyone. Please do stay safe. If you are in that part of the world, our hearts and prayers are with you. Stay safe, chill out, all that sort of stuff, and we'll see you very soon. Night, night.